onto our first bout. Tochinohana versus Mongolian Kyokushuzan. Well, Tochinohana's apparently been doing a lot of gym work, although I can't say it shows particularly. Certainly doesn't look as muscular as Wakanosato. Kyokushuzan got 3 wins. Seems to be starting quite well this basho. Certainly a lot better than the last one. Slightly uncertain start there. And Tochinohana follows it up without too much trouble and pushes him over the edge. These Mongolian wrestlers seem to follow a pattern. When they first come in, they're very unorthodox and rough. And then gradually it gets knocked out of them. And as it gets knocked out of them, they seem to win less. But the stable bosses have absolute control. It's a very hierarchical world the sumo men live in. Have to do what they're told. Now Asanowaka against Daizen, 2 veterans. Asanowaka never really got into that one. Daizen wins it. And that was his first win, much needed win for him. And it was second loss for Asanowaka. Akinoshima, he's having a bad basho so far. He's got 3 losses. And Gojoro's got 3 losses, so same result each apiece. So slowish start there by Akinoshima. His heart doesn't seem to be in it. 35, of course, so statistically he won't last much longer. They all say they want to go on to 40 or more, but Father Time takes over. So Akinoshima lost that one. That's his 4th loss and 2nd win for Gojoro. Now Kasuganishiki, Tamakasuga, never fought before. Kasuganishi in his debut. He's got 3 wins so far. He's doing pretty well. Although surprisingly often the ones that come up from the Juryo division, they have to win it before they move up. They can do very well their first basho, get some good scores. Next basho out, they get pushed right up the ranks, and then life gets a bit tough for them. So Tamakasuga won that last one. That was his 4th win. Now we have Otsukasa against Tokitsuumi. These 2 have fought each other 8 times in the past. Each has won 4. Good hard start there. Don't see so much in the way of head banging starts now. Head seems to go slightly more to the side. Well, that was the overarm grip there that did it. Pressure on the arm from above. And then a bit of a flip forward by Tokitsuumi gave him that win. That was his 1st win. Well, with Takanohana's return, it's almost as if the audience are just enduring some of these earlier bouts. They're just waiting for their man to come out. Now we have Kotomitsuki, Hokutoriki, full start. They've got to harmonize their start. They don't start on a command. They lower their hands, and then they're meant to take off together. Well, the heads weren't going out there. It was hands coming up for the 2 wrestlers. And it's throat thrusts from Hokutoriki against Kotomitsuki. Tries a pull down, then goes for a run. Kotomitsuki is a very skillful wrestler, came through the amateur ranks, top champion. Was amateur world champion at one point. Well, that has to be said, the amateur wrestling is not so popular in Japan. Even the Japanese amateur sumo wrestling is pales beside this pro sumo wrestling, whose history goes back a very long time. Now we have Takanowaka against Aminishiki. They fought 4 times in the past. Takanowaka's won 4 of them. Aminishiki is a very light wrestler and a skillful one, but Takanowaka seems to be on a bit of a roll there. Quite a lot of thrusts to the chin, and then some pushing to the body, and Aminishiki goes over the edge. 2nd loss for him, 4th win for Takanowaka. You see how when they come off, if the spiky bits, the sagarias, they're known, are not dropped in the course of the fight, they pull them out, hand them to one of the attendants. Now, Tamanoshima against Mongolian Kyokutenho. Well, this is the man who beat, not this man, Kyokutenho, who beat Tochinohana. He tries a pull down, and it's done very neatly. He's certainly a very skillful wrestler. He's Kyokutenho. There was a hand on the back of the neck of Tamanoshima, and he was pulled down. Hikiotoshi win there. Pull drop win for Kyokutenho. That's his third win. Third loss for Tamanoshima. Shimotori, his name means Frostbird. It's Buyuzan. Fought twice before, each has won once. Buyuzan heavier by some 20 kilos, heavier than Shimotori. And neither wrestler there looking for the belt. Certain amount of arm control, trying to control the other wrestler's elbows and wrapping around the upper body. Finally, Buyuzan goes for the belt, but leans in too hard towards Shimotori, who flips him over with that overarm grip. So uwatenage throw there from Shimotori, and that was his first win. So very much needed by the 24-year-old wrestler. Now this should be a good one. Wakanosato, very strong, very powerful, 160 kilos. Takanonami a bit heavier at 172, very tall. Wakanosato short and squat. Wakanosato whacks in hard, gets his arm around Takanonami. Takanonami's ankles are not noted for being too strong. Very badly injured in the past. Tries his famous kotenage there on Wakanosato. Looks, in fact, as if his arm was going to break just briefly there, but Wakanosato managed to get it out the way. Very nasty moment, I think, for Wakanosato, but he managed to avoid it. The bouts move on. We have Asashoryu, the Mongolian, against Tosanoumi. So, of course, all these bouts are preceded by 4 minutes of ritual, which we don't always show. In fact, well, we hardly show at all. There's quite a lot of time taken up in the rituals. They gradually build up in tension. We come in right at the end of that. So Tosanoumi leaning in hard, Asashoryu making all the action there, just pushing hard. He's a restless fighter, never stops, fights all the way. Tries a grip change there, and from the grip change, wow, that was an enormous throw at the end. He's certainly a lively fighter. As I said before, the sumo has livened up considerably. Well, difficult to say who actually fell down ahead of the game there. Let's just look. Difficult to call. I think maybe Asashoryu did it. Amazing, really. He's only 137 kilos, this 21-year-old. Toki chucks the salt, snaps the belt. Knees go wide, settle down. Toki back from the start line, the Shikiri-sen, looking for a bit of space. Well, that was, looked to me like Musoyama touched down first, but the referee's given it to Musoyama. Toki started back from the line as if he was going to charge forward, but Musoyama covered that space ahead of Toki and then just drove him out, slipping as he did. And here's Tochinohana, the grand champion, noble flower, his name means. Kaio. One loss so far. Tochinohana, he's fighting, has got 4 losses. Previous Basho only had 7 wins. One before that, he had 7 wins. So fairly hard start, but Kaio looking powerful. Well, it has to be said, when Kaio's on form, he's he's almost Yokozuna material. He's won 3 tournaments in the past, but his condition fluctuates a lot. As they say in Japan, Sioi Kaio, that means strong, strong Kaio, and Yowai Kaio, that's weak Kaio. It's either one or the other. So that was the 4th win for Kaio. Oh, it's Tochinohana, inscrutable as ever. He's fighting Kotoryu. We shouldn't give him too much trouble. Now Miyabiyama against Chiyo Taikai. On the left, Chiyo Taikai will come out like a rocket. Miyabiyama will do similar sort of sumo back, I'm predicting. His long arms will come up and aim for the face upper body area. But I suspect Chiyo Taikai will just power him backwards. Well, let's see. Well, there's the charge by Chiyo Taikai, but it's Miyabiyama who's given him some slaps back, but still it's Chiyo Taikai who's moving forward. That's forward movement so important in sumo. As you push for the arms, you've got to bring the feet up behind. If you're slow on that, you overreach and slide down. So Chiyo Taikai takes that one. 4th win for him and 1 loss. 3rd loss for Miyabiyama. Well, that's his Oyakata. Chiyo Taikai's Oyakata. One-time Chiyonafuji. Watching from the side where he serves as shimpan or judge. Well, this we are at day 5. It's Tochinohana coming out for his 5th bout. He's only had 1 loss so far. There's the Yokozuna committee are watching this one. They're all curious to see how he's going to do after they gave him the ultimatum. Fight or retire, he was told. So far, so good. He's the only woman who's on that committee there. Now, these two have fought 5 times previously. Tochinohana's won 4 of them. Kotoryu was sat out the last tournament, injured. Well, he's moving the Yokozuna backwards. Yokozuna's not looking for the belt. It's all Tsupari work, and he skids down. And his Kotoryu beats the Yokozuna. There's a Kimboshi for Kotoryu, a gold star. And it's Tochinohana who skids down there. That's his 2nd loss. Especially on the day when the Yokozuna Deliberation Committee are sitting there watching. Still, let's watch this again. It's curious there, Tochinohana didn't seem to want to go for the belt at all. He just wanted to exchange arm work to the top of the body, just doing exactly the same to Kotoryu as Kotoryu was doing for him. As you can see there, not looking for the belt at all. Gets driven back, looked a bit clumsy as his feet skidded away. Obviously not used to the rough and tumble of this Makuuchi sumo. Of course, he trains in his own club, but that's training. The real event is different. A little bit, looking a bit ungainly there. Still, it's only 2 losses so far. And now the other Yokozuna, Musashi Maru. At the end of each day, they take it in turns to do the last bout, known as the Musubi no Ban. Now, Musashi Maru against Takami Sakari. Don't somehow think Musashi Maru is going to have a lot of trouble here. It meets Takami Sakari's initial charge, locks both arms round. Now, there's going to be 237 kilos now, just moving forward. And there it is. Not a lot that Takami Sakari could do about that. So 2 arms wrapped round over the top. Look like the Kime hold, the double arm lock hold. And that's puts Musashi Maru ahead of Tochinohana. Musashi Maru with only 1 loss, Tochinohana with 2 losses. So at the end of day 5, we've got Asashoryu with 5 straight wins, and then a clutch of wrestlers, Musashi Maru, Chiyo Taikai, Kaio Musayama and Wakanosato with 4 wins and 1 loss. Stay with us, we'll be back after the break.